Andreas, I want to take this idea then. So let's say we've got this creator mindset. We're devoted, we're committed, we're living our life that way. It's become a vocation. We've started to build a business. Now we get this word that begins with the letter C, culture.
Yeah.
And you've got a chapter in there around culture eating strategy for breakfast, which we've all heard that adage before.
Yeah.
But I think it's important to get your thoughts on and your insights on how do you take that spirit that's inside you, because that's another way we can think about culture. It's a spirit that lives inside you, and now we're going to spread that to others. So they're thinking the same way, they're looking through the same lenses, they're moving through life the same way. That's a little trickier. So how do we do that?
Culture is what you do when nobody's looking. It's like the actual thing you're doing. I'm working with a company right now, and they are trying to put values into their culture and say they want to do ethical, moral, life-giving, positive stuff in the marketplace. And what I work with him is to do the survey sort of in the company, to have the discussion of saying, if we want to be that, what needs to change? And a very courageous salesperson came up to this CEO and said, look, you're sending me two messages. My paycheck is determined by how many of these things I'm selling. That's what you're putting in front of me. But then you're telling me, on top of that, something is actually contradictory, that I need to be transparent and honest and respect the competition and this and that. But you know what? You're throwing me into a life or death match here, which is a zero-sum game. Either I make it or I don't. So which one is it? This is a very courageous person, and they're very true. That's very true. What we need to do, if we want culture, we need to back up culture in a seat in the company that the culture has consequences. And I'll give you the example of art. And I'm not saying I work with this person. I'm saying maybe in your industry you don't do it like this. I just want to give you an example. Art called this and uses the same word as John Paul. One of John Paul's favorite words was radical. A radical change. It comes from a root. Radical comes from a root. A change in the roots which bears fruit. A radical change. He was in the retail business, in the distribution retail business of wine, and he said, there are so many things being sold for the wrong reasons and pushing a truck out the door to meet the quota and everything. He got rid of all sales incentives. No quotas, no sales incentive, no commission. Everybody said, you're gonna kill the company because the best salespeople aren't coming to you anymore. And he says, no. It's not the best salespeople who want to make a quick buck are not coming to me. The ones that are coming to me is because I'm giving them a 7-year prospect, which is, by the way, the agricultural cycle. So they will have the whole piece, and I will put my incentives for them on the 7-year cycle, and they will make plenty of money because they're smart. They're thinking long term. Yes, the short term guy goes away, but that's not my athlete. My athlete is the other one. And so he says, if you hoist the flag of your top value, you will attract those people. And so he was the only vendor, the only producer like this who went without these, and he became the second largest wine company in the world. And then when he actually retired, the company fully went and they brought back sales incentives. Within 3 years, they pulled it away again. Now the company doesn't use it anymore. Yeah. And so it's just an example, but turn that into your company. What's the top value? And look, we all worship something. There is one value you value more than others. It's the one you give the most worth to. What has the most worth for you? That's what you worship. And you can make that money or another value. We do this. You're already doing this because you're not having slave labor. It'll be very profitable. If it's just about money, it's very profitable. You don't have child labor or you know what I mean? Like we already have some values that are above the pure profitability. Now let's also put like profound values on there that go beyond the law. In a way you're putting the law as the top, but let me put value on the top. What you will find out in the long run in your life and in your company is that prosperity, true prosperity, follows from putting values first. And in the long run, that is actually what unfolds the human genius and creates true prosperity.